afternoon, everyone. Protocol for questions, if any?
You talked for almost 4 hours back there. What did you all talk about?
The weather. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, we focused significantly on the candidates we had in front of us, asking them interview questions, reviewing their backgrounds, their experience, both in the future and today. So, very healthy conversations.
And I would say that takes time. So we weren't really looking at time so much as quality.
These are people that you had both worked very closely with in the past. They're high rankings in the department. What were some of the things you didn't know before going into the interviews one-on-one with them that you wanted to make sure you had the chance to ask them?
We got a lot more out of them. So we work with them on a day-to-day basis, right? How the operation of the police department works now. We got much more into what their future vision is, what they want to accomplish, where they want to leave the organization in the future. So that's what we primarily focused on learning from them, in addition to the stuff that we know after 7 years for you?
Yes.
And 5.5 or 5 for me on the board.
And what was it about Lieutenant Colonel Cox that elevated him to the role in the estimation of the board?
Well, I personally liked his hairstyle, but that was, sorry, that was cute.
I think that one of the things is that both candidates were excellent. Colonel Cox, Lieutenant Colonel Cox now, has a breadth of experience that we were looking for in terms of the different assignments over the years in the department.
I would absolutely echo that. Both candidates were very, very strong. Both had similar feedback, generally, what they thought the department needed going forward, which was refreshing, that we have people that are at our senior level that are aligned on what the future needs to look like. So that was very important for us to hear, not just in making a decision, but understanding what our senior leadership team looks like. Lieutenant Colonel Cox, Chief Cox,
Yes.
relied a lot on our decisions relied a lot on his experience, his background, and quite candidly, his results in working with the community, working within this department, his relationship building, his future vision focus. He's established himself, as had Lieutenant Colonel Mann, on being very good candidates, and we're just delighted to be that we got to choose between the two of them.
How impactful would you say his time as interim was on the decision process?
I think that had some influence, of course, but that wasn't such a long period of time. I think overall, as we mentioned, his experience, the longitude of his career, and all that he's been involved in had the most influence.
Well, I think someone from inside the department, why not open it up?
We had that debate. And you probably saw in our press release earlier that if we didn't deem either one of these to be an appropriate candidate, at the time we may have had more, but these two people to be an appropriate candidate, we were very much prepared to go outside through the interview process, through the review of their experience. We felt very comfortable that these were the best two candidates, and within that current Chief Cox was the better of the candidates.
Is he officially now chief to swearing in and all of that, or do we have to wait? I'm just trying to make sure we...
25 minutes ago, he's official.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Chief?
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So what's your vision for the department?
Actually, that was a test question. And seriously, my vision is I just want the department to be recognized as one of the premier police departments in the nation. I know that's short, but that means a lot. It means operationally function at a standard of excellence. That's community outreach. That's leveraging technology, just, employee satisfaction. It's all encompassing. I just want us to operate at a standard of excellence throughout the police department.
How does it feel to have this title now on the full-time permanent basis? Obviously, you've had it acting for a couple of months, but that's a whole different animal.
Well, it feels good. It feels good to start out as a police recruit. with a whole bunch of talented individuals, and to be here 31 years later as the police chief. Yeah, I'm humbled, actually, and it's a blessing.
Looking forward, how long do you think it'll be till you decide on a deputy?
Well, I have vacation scheduled for the 18th, and I know the commissioners know I work when I'm on vacation, so I'll probably come back with some good ideas. It'll probably take a few days. They're all qualified. It's just a matter of, I have the benefit of having had sat in that deputy chief seat, and I know what it entails, and I think we got some ideas about making that position even more productive, with some things about being more visible and more of a leadership role out with the troops. So there's more stuff that myself and I have to discuss with the board.
What are some of the challenges that you know you will be facing stepping into this role now on a full-time permanent basis?
Well, one of the big things is, the image. We have to ensure that our bread and butter is the divisional patrol, that our officers are well trained, they're providing a great service, that they got their community outreach in hand. That's what we're led by, to provide the kind of police service that the community wants. Some of the issues is always are, as you guys are well aware of, pending litigation, things of that nature that transpired years before me being appointed chief, but we have tried to make some corrections, and hey, we admit that, hey, we may have done some things wrong or that we could do better. So we have already implemented training. As a matter of fact, they're training right now on some of those issues of documentation and performance evaluation. So we know that's going to always be a challenge.
How about recruitment?
Recruitment is, that was another test question. Recruitment, we've been recruiting, and this is law enforcement in general, the same way. We're competing for the same people. This police department's recruiting against this police department. We like to compete with all professions. So you're going to start seeing St. Louis County police officers at job fairs and competing against other corporations. We're not interested in just doing the same thing over and over. I think you will see that we may even change some of the images. Some of the things you may see is we're looking for people who want to serve the community. We have a lot of people who like those jobs, the SWAT, drugs, and that nature, but more of our officers are out on the road answering radio calls and communicating with the community.
Now that you're chief, looking back on your first day of recruitment, was there any advice you would give yourself today to that same person back then as it was your first day?
I remember that day. I had an olive green suit on. I don't know why I chose that, but I do remember that day, and I had an ugly tie on, now that I think about it. I don't know about that, but I will tell you the best advice I ever got, I think it was my second day after I was promoted to sergeant. I was in North County Precinct, and a sergeant who wasn't even my sergeant came up to me, gave me his business card, and said, "Congratulations, young man, here's my card. Give me a call anytime, day or night, preferably before you screw up." And he didn't introduce himself as sergeant. He said, shook my hand and said his name is Vic Harris. He said, "The best advice I will ever give you is show up, do your job, and go home. Don't get caught up in the drama." That's the best advice I ever got.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.